Okay, testing out a few tweaks I'm making to the Bipe. So the first one is I've switched around which way the wheels go in. So originally they were coming like this, out from here, and the old Bipe didn't do that. Of course, if it's coming here and the force hits there, that gives this end leverage to peel the tape off. So hopefully going this way, the wheels will stay on. It will also reduce how much the plane wants to nose over and hopefully keep the prop from hitting the ground so easily. The second thing is, so we tested with the camera down here, and this really overstabilized the plane, and we only just got out of just avoided a crash. So I'm hoping, so at first I didn't think it was viable to put the camera up there, because the you know, the windshield would be in front of the lens, and that is not a very transparent windshield. It would spoil the view. But I've realized, of course, it's such a flexible windshield, I can just tuck it out of the way like that. Up there and in the center, just poking out ahead of the wing there. Without further ado, let's get up into the air. We got a slight tailwind, that's nothing too bad, and let's see what a difference this makes. Just get over those initial, oh no, we can't quite get over those bumps. Let's start off on a slightly smoother patch like this. Well, I think I'm not sure if we are tail heavy, or, so I've noticed that the, ooh. I need lots of rudder there to stop it from dropping its tail like that. So it looks like a bit of a tail heavy characteristic. Now, I'm not sure if this thing is tail heavy, or it's because I've noticed that the prop is angled ever so slightly downwards. Not angled downwards, sorry, angled upwards. So it's constantly vectoring it slightly up, giving it a nose up tendency. Because in a glide, it doesn't seem to want to do it. Right, so let's test out its aerobatics. So the loops are nice as usual. Let's get some altitude and try an ailerons only roll. We'll do a roll left first. So that was bad. Let's try a roll right. Not too good. Let's come around and try that again with some rudder assistance. Okay, so I'm rolling left, not ailerons only, get some rudder in there too. Bit better, and roll right. Now I was only using some rudder there, so let's use full rudder. And again, it speeds it up, but it's still a kind of barrel roll. And now if I do my turns, this is just bank and yank, look. You see it dipping that tail and stalling. So even with the camera up there, this demands rudder in the turns. You have to use the rudder. I will have to, at some point, I'm going to have to undo the nuts on the top of the motor, undo the screw, stick a washer behind it, maybe two, angle that prop down and see if that fixes that tendency. And one thing we haven't tried is inverted. Let's get up really high for that. Oh yeah, see, when I hit the throttle, that's when the nose goes up. Tip stalls quite aggressively, that. Let's go back up again and try that again. Using a little bit of down elevator as I go up. Because I've noticed it is indeed the thrust that is pulling it up like that. Rudder only turn into the wind. And let's flip over. No, doesn't like that at all. And that is why we get lots of altitude before we try inverted. It's what at flight test they like to call going 3 mistakes high. I would say that was more like 5 mistakes high maybe. Although considering how much altitude I lost in a single mistake there, that was maybe only 2 mistakes high. Oh, is my battery going? I think my battery's going. Nearly. If I hadn't run my battery down like that, I would have been able to maybe put it in a bit softer, but that didn't look too hard. I mean, I did have quite a bounce. See, by giving it larger wheels on a longer landing gear, I was thinking I was going to make things easier, because the wheels would be larger and the dips wouldn't be so big to it relatively, but I think all I've done is give it more leverage to rip off with, so maybe a smaller gear like the old one had is a better idea. Yeah, both came off again. Let's make some adjustments and we'll see if it does any better next time.